Life with Kelly and Amy. Where are we today, Amy?
We are at Simply Natural Farm in North Fort Myers, which
Yes.
is where I live. And we are going to start being live together now so that you will always see us together instead of on our screen side by side. So this week we're out here, and next week we'll probably be at Kelly's home.
Yes, and it is beautiful out here. Amy said it was 69 degrees this morning.
Yeah.
The air is crisp. We got the goats and the chickens in the background, and it's
Yep.
just beautiful out here.
Yeah.
Very peaceful. So
But we have our sunglasses on because it's a little
It's
bit
a
bright
little
right
bright.
here. So we don't want to be squinting at you too much. But we wanted to introduce something to you today because we're starting a new series.
yes, we are.
And it's really the time for everybody to do this. So we're going to invite you to join us. It's called Reclaim Your Life Wellness Series.
Yes.
And we're going to do the official launch tomorrow because it's the 1st of October. So last day of September. And we're going to tune into different areas over the next 8 weeks particularly. And then even into December, really getting good at the ones that we're focusing on or the ones that
Yes.
are challenging now.
Yes.
But each week we're going to focus on a different area of wellness. And we're going to invite you to look at what's going well. So what do you already do well in that area? And then where are your challenges? Where do you feel like you need help or support or some ideas, strategies, ways to do better at that? And then we're going to give you an action step and help you come up with one yourself that can actually help you move forward in that area of wellness.
Yes, and there's many areas of wellness, and you know, a lot of us, I think, when you think about your, you know, what is your wellness like? What does that look like in your life? You might think of what you eat or don't
Yeah.
eat, and you know, if you exercise or not. But it's a lot more than that.
And those are important.
Yeah, they're very important.
Like,
right.
what are we drinking right now? We're not drinking
We're
wine
not drinking wine.
at 12:30.
Cheers.
We are drinking fresh kombucha, which I make. It's
Yes.
very simple. So if you're interested in learning how, you can message me on that. I can share the recipe that someone shared with me years ago. And all you need to do is to start off with a SCOBY. And a SCOBY is a symbiotic culture of bacterial yeast. SCOBY.
I'm not even going to try.
And
to
that's what
repeat
helps you
that,
ferment it. So,
But
so-
maybe, you know, maybe we can even do a series a day one day and actually make it so you can see how we make it. But it's delicious.
So this is just regular kombucha, and this is very good for digestion. So we're getting some natural probiotics in us as we're sitting out here getting some vitamin D from the
vitamin
sun. So those are all important, but there, like Kelly said, there's a lot more to wellness than just what the things that we think of,
Right.
how you eat and how you exercise. So what's the first one that comes to mind?
Mental wellness. And I think more now than any time in our life, it's
In our life,
and
anyway.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, mental wellness is. I think people are suffering right now from being quarantined and going through the fear of getting COVID and not even sure what the future holds.
Yeah.
And in that respect, but being isolated. Some people are still isolating themselves. Some are not, and just the fear factor, can really weigh heavily on your mental stability. So
And
that's just one
impact
thing.
your physical. In fact, we were talking about this
Yes.
last week when we operate under that crisis mode, like you're always living in
Yes.
that fight or flight mode, what it does to your digestive system.
It shuts it down.
So even if you're trying to eat well, it's not going to be digested properly.
Right.
And so people will hold on to weight. It's almost like a survival mechanism that people will hang on to. Your body
Yes.
thinks, I have to hold on to this weight. So there's such a connection.
There's a total connection. And interesting enough, just this morning, I can't remember who it was that I saw. It was this little blurb on Instagram, and the guy was a personal trainer and a nutritionist, and talking about, there's some people who are naturally just stay thin, and they can eat whatever they want, and they have a high metabolism. Where there's people who struggle and they're always dieting and trying to watch what they eat, but they still maintain that they hold on to the weight and can't let go of it. Maybe they have a lower metabolism, but if you were to sit down with those two different types of people and really dig deep and peel the layers back of their mental health, I bet you there's some mental issues related to the ones that hang on to that weight.
Yeah.
Because it really
Well,
can
and
slow down the process.
it's so funny when you just said that too. The first thing that came to mind is, when we think of mental health, I think there's still a stigma that some people are attaching to that, that somehow if you say that you're not doing well mentally, that somehow
You're crazy.
you're crazy, and that's completely false.
Right.
Your mental state is just a part of who you are, and we all have to practice ways of keeping ourselves at peace and finding more joy in every moment.
Yes.
Kelly's been doing this meditation pretty much morning and night for a long time.
For a long time, except during my move, I kind of fell off the map doing it, and I got to tell you, for about 6 weeks, I didn't do my meditation in the morning, and I wasn't in a great place, and I felt more stressed and anxious, and but I got back to it, and just literally in the last week. And the first thing I do in the morning, I wake up and I turn that on for 15 minutes. I set my timer alarm 15 minutes earlier than I normally would get up, and I do my 15-minute meditation. And it just puts me in a state of peace and calm, and it gives me some things to think about throughout my day.
And who doesn't want to start your day that way?
Right.
Peace and calm.
Peace and then I set my intentions for the day mentally, and say my prayers, and I realize the value of that is gets my mental state right in the morning. But
Well, I tried it this morning, the one that she's been doing for a while. It's called Encountering Peace.
Encountering Peace.
And you can sign up for it online, and they'll send it to you, a new one every day.
Every day.
So you don't have to do a whole lot. It can show up on your email, and then you have to just press listen. So I did. I woke up this morning. My alarm went off at 6 just to make sure I was awake before that, but I didn't get up, so I knew my alarm was going to go off. And I did. I got on my headphones. I came out here, and I just laid on the couch. And so I had that 15-20 minutes of a much quieter, calmer way of waking up.
Yes. I used to think that, because I never did meditation until this past year, really. And I just wonder how much it would have changed my life had I been doing it for years. But I used to always think, I don't have 15 minutes extra in my day to sit and zone out. But let me tell you, I can't afford now not to have that 15 minutes a day doing that to get my mental state in check for my day. And I realize the value of that now, and it's amazing.
That's a great point, because I think that's, we find that when we're working with our clients, our potential clients, is, at what point do you decide enough is enough? When do you say, I'm tired of feeling like this, or living like this, or thinking like this? Only you can judge that. No one can tell you, you have to do something. You always have a choice.
You always have a choice.
But at what point do you decide that you don't want to continue living the way that you are?
Right. But, and so mental is just, and there's so many different areas of wellness, health that we're going to cover over the next 3 months. And, every week we're going to have a different topic, and we'll dive into it. And, we'll have some live events that we're going to do talking about it, and some things we'll be posting on Instagram and Facebook, and some interactive things you can join in on. And just while I'm thinking about it, on Instagram, it's Reclaim Your Life Coaching _, because we're switching some things around in our marketing department. And shout out to Lindsay Kuhneman for helping us getting it
We're
together.
so happy Lindsay's with us.
She is a marketing genius.
So if things look different in the next month, it's because of Lindsay. So we're excited because we're going to hopefully we are going to learn how to do what she's doing. But we'd love to just have her keep doing it for us.
Yeah,
But we have hired her
really
for
good
the
at
next month to really help us get our message clear. So we really can connect with people
You need help.
Yes.
Yes.
Because we know what it's like. We needed help. We still need help with a lot of things. We help each other, and we try to surround ourselves.
We still coach each other. Once a week we get
Pretty much
together.
once a week, yeah.
And I do a half-hour coaching with her. She coaches me for a half hour.
So we know the value of it.
Yes.
We've not only probably walked in your shoes in some of the challenges that you have, and we also made a choice. We made a choice to hire a coach and get someone to help us, because we were tired of living the way we were and feeling the way we were.
Yes, and it's life-changing. Actually, I didn't tell you this, but I got a message from when I was in school. We had to have some practice clients, and my other practice client texted me this week, thanking me again for the whole experience of going through the 90-day coaching, and again confirming and telling me what life-changing events have happened with her life.
Wow. That's
And
a testimony in itself.
it's a testimony, and she's so grateful and was very gracious in sending me that message. I mean, she already wrote me a testimonial after this. We ended back in August, but she reached out like 2 days ago and sent me that message. And I thought, it's a powerful thing to be able to, sit down with somebody who's going to support you, have a system that you can follow, and make you accountable to make those changes in your life that deep down they need to be made. There's
And
things,
you want to do it. It's
and
just
you
hard to do
want
it by yourself.
It is.
I mean, we're just human.
Yes, right. And remember on our coaching session this week, I'm like, I need accountability with this.
Yes.
I can't seem to get it right.
Yep. Yep. Yeah,
But,
so you have some intentions this week to be more focused in one area of your life. I don't know if you want to share what that is right now.
Yeah, actually, it's the physical state. The exercise. And I was a runner my entire life. I wore out my hips and knees, and I can't run anymore. But there's no reason why I can't, be back in the gym doing some weight training. And I was diagnosed back in 2012 with osteoporosis, and I'm just 58, and
She's a young 58. So.
But I had breast cancer. I'm a breast cancer survivor from 14 years ago, which, by the way, October is breast cancer month. So here's to all the survivors. But that the chemo put me immediately in menopause. That immediately started destroying my bones. So I remember in 2012 though, when I had to go every year for 10 years to go get a checkup with my oncologist. And in 2012, he's like, okay, you're still cancer free, but your bone density scan says you have osteoporosis. And I said, I'll take that any day over cancer. I said, okay, what do I do? And they wanted to prescribe some prescription medications, and I'm just like, there's got to be a better way. He goes, okay, get your butt to the gym and do some weight-bearing exercises. And I did for a while, but this past year has been a tough year, and I kind of fell off the map. And so coaching with Amy, I'm like, listen, I got to get a system. I need someone to help me be accountable, and I've got to get on it. So,
Did you go to the gym today?
no, I'm starting October 1st.
Oh, okay. So tomorrow. So
Starting
anyone
tomorrow.
who's listening to this, make sure you message Kelly tomorrow and ask her if she went to the gym.
Yes, I joined Pilates, so I'm going to start doing Pilates, and I actually made a challenge with my son, Chance. We're going to do a 90-day challenge. So
I love that.
yeah, I got
Yeah.
a calendar, put it right by the door in the garage, and we're each going to mark the days that we exercise. We're each putting $50
The kitty.
the kitty, yeah. And whoever works out the most during the month of October takes the money. And then we're going to do it again November and December. So
That's awesome. I think
Yeah.
it's a great idea that you've just supporting each other that way too.
yeah.
Simple thing, right? Just find somebody that you can say, hey, I want to do this.
Yes.
And
But
then enlist them.
Yes. But it just goes, the accountability is probably one of the biggest pluses about going through coaching, because, as soon as I decided to change careers and go to be a life and health coach, I called Amy immediately and said, I need a life coach. And I did the whole 90-day program with Amy. I never realized what an impact it was going to have on my life, and it was life-changing. And so I realized the value of having that accountability. And because we all are human, and we may fall short. We do fall. I know I do. Being accountable to myself. So,
Yeah.
but we're going to be covering a lot of topics on wellness for the next 3 months, and every week, like Amy said, we're going to pick a different topic, and really can't wait to dive into these. And we hope you join us.
Yeah, well, and invite you to, be curious about what are you doing well in those areas.
Yes.
Where are you challenged?
Mhm.
And what can you come up with an action step that you can, in addition to what we feel like would help you, we might give you some suggestions, things that we find that are useful, like what Kelly's doing with her son. Because once you get going on that and it starts becoming a habit, that's when you can go, okay, I'm doing this.
Yes.
It's going to become a behavior.
Yes.
And you can start focusing on another area.
Right.
But you got to start somewhere.
You've got to start somewhere. And, you know, they call us, as coaches, they call us the master of habit change. And it takes 90 days to change a habit. I mean,
Yeah.
studies have been done. There's books out there about, 90-day habit changing. And so, this is why we're taking the next 3 months and covering every area possible on wellness and diving into it.
So what do we usually start with when we are working with a client?
We find out what is going well.
Okay, so even on the very first session, we always talk about that, right? When we
Yes.
first meet with them, even before we go on to talking about goals, what is already going well for? What can you celebrate in your life?
Yes.
Because it is human nature for us to focus on everything that's not
That's
going well.
bad. And then guess what that does to our mental health?
Yes.
It makes it worse.
And then you feel discouraged, so what's the point in
Yeah.
doing anything? So once we have got kind of focus on what's going well, then we go into setting some goals.
Right.
And again, for this Reclaim Your Life Wellness series, it really is going to be over the next 90 days. What can we create new in the next 90 days in our wellness? And being very specific so that by the end of 90 days, it's very measurable. You can say, yes, I accomplished this. You know that it can be accomplished in 90 days.
Yes.
And it's only relying on yourself. Even though we're talking about accountability, it doesn't mean like unless somebody else does something, this will happen. It means when I get my butt going and I intentionally do something myself, then
Yes.
this will happen.
Make the decision.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta want to make a change.
Yeah. So what do we want to suggest right now as people are getting prepared for next week? What could they do now?
I would suggest getting a journal and
That's a great idea.
start, today, tomorrow. Start writing down some things that you have challenges with, or some areas of your life that you want to change, some areas you want to improve or enhance, areas of your life you just want to get rid of. What is weighing you down? Really dig deep and think, gosh, I really struggle with this, or I really struggle with that. You may not know why you struggle with it, but we're going to help you peel back the layers and figure that out.
Yeah. You don't have to have the answers right now. You don't need to know how or why. You just need to know what it is that you want less of and what you want more of. You asked me that
Yes.
yesterday. She just came, well, what do you really want?
What do you really want? Yes, what do you want?
Yeah.
Make
So
a-
what do
yeah.
you really want? What
Write
is
it
it you
down.
really want
Yes.
that you're not getting right now? And that's the best place to start. Yeah. What do you want to experience in your life that you don't feel like you are experiencing right now?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm already thinking some more things that I want to do. I'm jumping on every week. I'm going to be making my own goals and changing some things. The thing about life is this: nothing stays constant. Everything changes.
Yeah, it's
you
always
know?
fluid.
It's fluid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you don't like something in your life, it's not serving you well, maybe now's the time to really focus and look and see why and what can you do differently to get what you want.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a job. It could be a relationship. It could be just your own circumstances. It could be a lot of things. And I keep saying that this year has been a really hard year for people, but I feel like this is an opportunity for anyone who is listening that really does want to make changes and wants to have some support in that.
Yes.
Let's get it right now. Let's get it right now so we can start 2021 in a fresh way.
Yes. And I don't want to wait till 2021 to start I want my New Year's goals to be just like way above and beyond.
Yeah.
Like what
How
I
are you
ever,
going to rock
what
2021?
I ever dreamed of,
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I want to get my mental, physical, emotional, all these different areas of my life in the next 90 days just like exactly where I want to be. And then come January,
Look out.
Look out.
Yeah. Wow.
I'm
Doesn't that
excited.
sound awesome? Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
So, anyway, so that's where we're, tomorrow we're going to kick it off, October 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be back on here again.
Yep, we'll be on here briefly, not as
Yes.
long, but then you'll be seeing a lot of our marketing, posting and things from Lindsay. Again, shout out to Lindsay, because she's going to be showing up for us this month and really getting a clear sense of our message and who we want to help. But we'd love to have your feedback too. So as you see new things from us being on there, we'd love to hear what it is you like, what things are resonating with you. Where are your challenges? How can we help? If it's not us, who is it? It could be
Right.
someone else. There's a lot of different kinds of coaches. We really do focus on women who want to reclaim their life. And like we said, that could mean a lot of things. It could mean, you've been living a certain way for a lot of time. Maybe you've been taking care of everyone else. And you want to learn how to take care of yourself and put yourself first, because now is the time. Could be a relationship that you want to reclaim. Maybe you've gone through a hard relationship. Maybe the relationship has ended and you want to reclaim your life. Could be an illness. Could be something that you're recovering from and you want to get back your health. Could be a job. Could be a lot of things. It could just be like, you know what, I'm tired of living the way I have been and I want to change how I'm doing things.
Yes.
But we know, because we've been there, we know that there's things you have to break through. There could be barriers that have been standing in your way, mentally, physically, emotionally. There could be fears that you need to face, and maybe some things you need to let go of. Might even be some people you need to let go of in your life. Sometimes we have toxic people around us that have become kind of like a bad habit. And sometimes we have to cut them loose and just surround yourself with people that are more supportive. Maybe you've been isolated for the last 6 months and maybe you really don't want to be isolated anymore. Maybe you want to reclaim your life and get out there and become more social and involved, but maybe you're afraid. So, there's a lot of things we could name that probably you could relate to.
This is endless. But send us, if something is really resonating with you, and just, send us a message, and you can type it in the chat or just instant message us, or you can email us. I'm Kelly at reclaimyourlifecoaching.com, Amy at reclaimyourlifecoaching.com.
Yep.
We're available all the time. So, we're here. We're here to help. So, we're really excited about this series, though. Can't wait to kick it off.
Yeah. So, I don't know if you knew what today was. Do we know what today is?
Today, the National Day?
Yeah, what is the National
I'm
Day?
going to look it up. I did not look. I may have deleted it already. Let's see.
Well, I could tell you the quote while we're waiting for the day of the day.
Okay, you give us the quote.
So the quote, I think is very appropriate right now for this, is, it's actually my quote. But it's kind of a question quote. What if the next step you took was the best step of your life? Or the biggest step of your life? So all it takes is one step. But what if that one small step that you took forward changed your whole life? What would that do for you?
I mean, literally changed your life.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what if you didn't know that now, but what if you were just willing to take that one step and just see what happened?
I don't know why I can't find it. So I will just Google it. Thank God for Google, right? Siri.
We don't know what today
National
is.
Day.
It's got to be a good one. September 30th?
Today. September 30th,
Yeah.
okay, today.
What is it?
Oh wait, no, that's September 13th. Why is it September 13th? It said National Kids Take Over the Kitchen Day, but that. Sorry, kids, we missed that. That was September 13th. Well, okay, today, calendar at a glance, National Day calendar. Here we go. Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah. Some of you probably already Googling it faster than we are on my
I know,
Wi-Fi.
they probably already know. September. Oh, I got the whole year. Wow. National days. They have national weeks and national months. Goodness gracious. Okay, September. Today's the
30th, last day.
Your dog's trying to drink my kombucha.
Wrigley, that one's not for you.
It's National Love People Day.
Aww.
It's also National Chewing Gum Day. Okay, I'm not a gum chewer. National Hot Mulled Cider Day.
Oh, we're close. We're drinking a fermented drink.
Yes, and also National Women's Health and Fitness Day. Well, looky there.
Aw, very nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
So,
happy days to everybody on
Yes.
all those days.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So, any questions or thoughts on Reclaim Your Wellness series? We'll be kicking it off tomorrow, so we'll tell you what the topics are for October, so you can get excited and write them in your journal, and kind of create a plan with us on how to get started.
I'm going to get my journal out and get a new journal for these next 3 months.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just thought of that.
Yeah. I need a journal too. So everybody get their journals.
Yeah. And I like to decorate the cover of it and make it really pretty, so it's something that's
Yeah.
just for this.
That's a
It's
good
not
idea.
your schedule, everything else. It's something that's just for
Just
journaling.
for the next 90 days.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, peeps.
All right.
We'll see you tomorrow, day 1.
Yes. And remember,
It's your life.
have a great one.